Captain Don Blakesley flew his P-47 Thunderbolt and watched the sky ahead. Below him, 316 American B-17 bombers were heading deeper into enemy territory to hit German ball-bearing factories. Around them, more than 300 German fighters swarmed like sharks. Blakesley checked his fuel gauge. He had only 20 minutes left before he had to turn back. The bombers still had 3 hours to fly home. He already knew the outcome. American fighters could not go far enough to protect them. That day, 60 bombers would be lost. 600 men would die. When Blakesley ordered his fighters to turn around, he radioed words that would echo through Air Force headquarters. "We need a fighter that can escort bombers all the way to Berlin and back. Until we have one, we are sending these boys to die." What Blakesley didn't know was that such a fighter already existed. It wasn't a secret project. It wasn't classified. It was sitting ignored in a hangar in Ohio. The Army Air Forces had already tested it and rejected it as inadequate. That aircraft was the P-51 Mustang. 2 years earlier, in 1941, Britain was desperate for fighter planes. The Luftwaffe was attacking daily, and British factories could not build enough Spitfires. So Britain turned to America and asked North American Aviation to build fighters under license. Instead of copying an existing plane, North American made a bold promise. They said they could design a better fighter from scratch and do it faster. The British gave them 120 days. The result was the Mustang. The aircraft was sleek, fast, and unusually advanced. It used a low-drag wing, efficient cooling, and a smooth airframe shaped by mathematics instead of guesswork. It first flew in just 117 days. At low altitude, the Mustang was excellent. It was fast, stable, and easy to fly. It also had incredible range, far better than other fighters of its time. Britain ordered it immediately, but there was a fatal flaw. The Mustang used an American Allison engine. That engine worked well at low altitude, but above 15,000 feet, it lost power badly. At high altitude, where air combat actually happened, the Mustang slowed down, climbed poorly, and became vulnerable. German fighters could attack from above, strike once, and climb away without danger. Because of this, the RAF and the U.S. Army both rejected the Mustang for air-to-air combat. It was pushed into low-level reconnaissance and ground attack roles. By 1942, it looked like a dead end. Then one man broke the rules. On April 30th, 1943, a Rolls-Royce test pilot named Ronald Harker visited an RAF base where Mustangs were operating. Harker wasn't a fighter pilot. He was an engine expert. He was offered a quick test flight. The moment he flew the Mustang, he understood the truth. The plane itself was brilliant. The handling, the aerodynamics, the balance, everything was right. Only the engine was wrong. Harker knew the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine better than anyone. The Merlin powered Britain's best aircraft and used a powerful 2-stage supercharger. Unlike the Allison, it performed even better at high altitude. Harker realized something no one else had. If the Mustang used the Merlin engine, it wouldn't just be good, it would be unbeatable. After landing, Harker did something illegal. Without permission, he wrote a formal report recommending that the Mustang be rebuilt with the Merlin engine. His report went up the chain and landed on the desk of Air Marshal Wilfred Freeman. Freeman immediately understood its importance. Ignoring protocol, Rolls-Royce engineers secretly replaced the Allison engine in one Mustang with a Merlin. In October 1943, the modified aircraft flew. The results shocked everyone. At 25,000 feet, the new Mustang was 70 miles per hour faster than before. It climbed faster than any Allied fighter and still had extraordinary range. It could escort bombers all the way to Berlin and back. The plane that had been rejected was suddenly the best fighter in the world. American leaders could no longer ignore the evidence. The Mustang was rushed into production with the Packard-built Merlin engine. It became the P-51B and P-51C. By early 1944, Mustangs were arriving in England. The impact was immediate. For the first time, American bombers were protected for the entire mission. German fighters could no longer attack freely. Mustang pilots hunted them aggressively, chasing them through climbs, turns, and dives. Losses dropped. Victory rates climbed. General Jimmy Doolittle changed strategy. Fighters were no longer told to stay close to bombers. Instead, they were ordered to destroy the German Air Force wherever they found it. The Mustang made this possible. By summer 1944, the Luftwaffe was breaking apart. German pilots were being killed faster than they could be replaced. Airfields were attacked. Aircraft were destroyed on the ground. By D-Day, German fighters were almost absent from the sky. The Mustang became the greatest air superiority fighter of the war. It was fast, agile, long-ranged, reliable, and deadly. Pilots loved it. Aces chose it. More enemy aircraft were destroyed by the P-51 than by any other American fighter. All of it happened because one mechanic broke the rules. Ronald Harker's unauthorized flight turned a rejected aircraft into the weapon that won control of the skies over Europe. The P-51 Mustang proved that sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come not from bureaucracy, but from people who understand machines and have the courage to challenge the system. If you enjoyed this story of innovation, courage, and history, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dive military stories like this one.